The July 28 edition of Monday Night Raw was nothing short of electric. Energy surged through the arena from the very beginning, and fans could sense that this wasn't going to be just another episode. This was the final stop before WWE's historic two-night SummerSlam 2025. The Raw roster, fully aware of the stakes, delivered in every segment, every promo, and every match. The show kicked off with a fiery promo between Cody Rhodes and GUNTHER. Tension had been building for weeks, but this face-to-face finally ignited the emotional powder keg. Rhodes, mic in hand, talked about legacy, redemption, and his mission to finish what he started. GUNTHER, stone-faced and brutal with his words, promised pain, domination, and to drag Rhodes into deep waters from which he wouldn't escape. It was the kind of promo that sets the tone, not just for the night, but for an entire pay-per-view. Following the promo, the action got underway with a fast-paced tag team bout that saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn clash with the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JD McDonough. It was a chaotic, high-impact affair, with near falls, ringside interference, and a hot crowd reacting to every twist. Owens picked up the win with a stunning stunner, but it was post-match that things really exploded. Damian Priest stormed the ring, briefcase in hand, teasing another cash-in attempt. The segment ended with all four men brawling into the crowd, leaving fans on edge. Backstage, Seth Rollins was shown arriving at the building, his World Heavyweight Championship gleaming under the hallway lights. Interviewed briefly by Jackie Redmond, Rollins spoke about his upcoming title defense, brushing off Shinsuke Nakamura's mind games and focusing instead on proving why he's still the top of the food chain. His confidence, his aura, it screamed main event. Then came a surprise, a returning legend. R-Truth, fresh off injury, interrupted a Miz TV segment, reintroducing his unique brand of comedy and chaos. Miz, furious at being upstaged, challenged R-Truth to a match right then and there. It wasn't long, but it was fun. The crowd was behind Truth, and he delivered with a sudden roll-up for the victory. A lighthearted breather, perfectly placed before the night intensified again. In the women's division, Becky Lynch faced off against Zoey Stark in a hard-hitting match with SummerSlam implications. The chemistry between these two was evident, and the story told in the ring was one of experience versus ambition. Lynch ultimately came out on top with the disarm her, but Stark's stock undoubtedly rose with her resilience and innovative offense. Post-match, Trish Stratus appeared on the Titantron, reminding Lynch that their feud wasn't over and teasing a major moment at SummerSlam. Meanwhile, backstage vignettes helped push multiple storylines forward. Dominic Mysterio continued his descent into villainy, slapping away Rey Mysterio's attempts to reach him. Jey Uso delivered a cryptic message about choosing sides at SummerSlam. And Drew McIntyre stared into a mirror, silent and seething, sharpening his sword as he prepared to go to war with Sheamus once more. The United States Championship was also on the line as Logan Paul defended against Ricochet in one of the night's standout matches. Their chemistry, their athleticism, and their creativity turned this into a must-watch clash. Springboards, top rope counters, breathtaking sequences, it was as close to video game wrestling as it gets. Paul retained after using the ropes for leverage, cheating to win, and earning massive heat in the process. Later, the tag team division continued heating up. The Creed brothers faced DIY in a competitive showcase that highlighted Raw's tag scene. Julius and Brutus brought the physicality while Gargano and Ciampa relied on their cohesion. The match ended in a double count out, but that didn't stop the brawl from continuing post-match. Officials had to pull them apart, setting the stage for a potential SummerSlam tag team turmoil. One of the most dramatic moments of the night came when CM Punk made his entrance to a thunderous reaction. He cut a no-holds-barred promo on LA Knight, accusing him of being all style, no substance. Knight fired back later in the night with a pre-recorded segment, dripping in charisma and confidence, promising to silence Punk on the biggest stage of them all. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley was also in action, squashing a local competitor in dominant fashion. Post-match, she stood face-to-face with Bianca Belair. No words were exchanged, only glares. The crowd sensed the gravity. This was the money match. Two alpha athletes ready to collide. SummerSlam would be war. Intercontinental Champion Bronson Reed appeared next in a segment highlighting his reign of destruction. Reed walked through the backstage area, flipping tables and intimidating staff. When Chad Gable stepped up to confront him, officials had to step in. That match, confirmed moments later for SummerSlam, promises to be a powerhouse showcase. Then came the main event, Seth Rollins vs. Shinsuke Nakamura in a non-title bout. The crowd was molten. The in-ring storytelling was clinical. Rollins targeted Nakamura's neck, Nakamura worked Rollins' knee. It was strategy mixed with savagery. Near falls had the crowd biting every time. Ultimately, Rollins picked up the win with a stomp, but Nakamura attacked him post-match, hitting a Kinshasa and standing tall with the championship in his hands. The show closed with the SummerSlam graphic flashing across the screen. 2 nights, one massive event. The build-up had reached its crescendo. Every division, every title, every rivalry had purpose. Raw had done its job. Now, the fans turned their eyes to SummerSlam, wondering who will rise, who will fall, and who will make history in the first ever 2-night version of WWE's biggest summer spectacle.